9 years ago, I was bankrupt at just 20 years old. I was $37,000 in debt, and I didn't really have any real direction to my life. And driving this car and owning this car just goes to show that the 3 mindset tricks that I'm going to teach you today, that I implemented into my life that, as you can see, changed everything, actually work. So if you feel stuck, like success isn't for you, whatever you do, it just doesn't work out. Bro, I was there. Everything I tried would not work, and it felt like the cards were just stacked against me. Like when you're in Vegas and you feel like the house is winning every hand, it felt like the universe was against me every day, and I just kept taking L's until I made a real change. So now I'm gonna share those exact changes that I made and share with you what it really took. I'm not some guru that's gonna tell you it's get rich quick and buy my course and you'll have this Lambo. That's not how this game works. If you wanna make real change in your life and go from how I did, poverty, to generational wealth, listen up. Oh man, when I was 18 years old, it was a whole different life. I was smoking weed every day. I was working at Jimmy John's. I had just dropped out of high school, didn't have a GED at the time, and I was living day by day. I didn't really have a real direction in my life. I'd use drugs like weed and alcohol and other drugs to mask the reality that I was facing. I wasn't going anywhere. And that's a really tough pill to swallow when you don't have a backup plan, when you don't have a trust fund, when you don't have rich parents or a set path that's gonna make you $100,000 a year. I didn't have any of that. So at the time, reflecting now from a third person perspective, of course I was using drugs and working a dead-end job and not really doing a whole lot with my life. I mean, you can see it in how I looked, not just how I spoke or the actions that I took, but I mean, for God's sake, I looked horrible. I was a fat ass. I wasn't going to the gym, and my whole life I was an athlete. So looking back, I had stopped going to the gym. I had stopped really taking care of myself. I was pretty much at rock bottom. And honestly, it only got worse when I went into debt. That's when things got really, really hard. So when people ask me, what's the first change that I made to really set myself on the right path? It all leads back to step 1. And that's that success flows through you. Your failures and your success is nobody else's fault but your own. And that was a really hard pill to swallow for me because I blamed everything. The thing I liked to blame most was that, I don't have rich parents. Why didn't I have a dad growing up? Why was I given a hand of a single mom and having to work for everything that I got? And I really looked at that as a downfall back in the day. Like I was pissed. I went to Lincoln East, where 95% of the kids had money. Their parents made 6 figures a year. Their parents were doctors and lawyers and businessmen and women. And then there was me with a single mom who had me going through nursing school, didn't have any money. I had 2 siblings, and we were in and out of houses, living with my grandma, almost on the streets, and I didn't ever have any consistency in my life. So it was very easy to blame outside circumstances instead of saying, hey, I need to take control of my reality, and I am responsible for the decisions that I'm making. I think that's crazy. That's the best part about owning this car. Not to sidetrack. People ask me why I drive a Lamborghini so often and why I bought these cars. And the best part is that it makes people smile. And growing up, I didn't have those kids loved it. I didn't have a lot of reasons with cars to smile, and now I do, so that's super cool. It's a Lamborghini Revuelto. It's the Aventador replacement. It just came out. Okay, but I was saying before, what I learned along the process was that taking ownership was just the beginning. The second step was even harder. Now, the second trait that I really had to implement into my life was that discomfort is the price of growth. You have to be able to choose discipline over dopamine. I hated being uncomfortable, as most people do. I don't think you'll find many people on the street, especially average people, that like being uncomfortable. But what I slowly understood was that everything I did something uncomfortable that I knew would better my life in the long term, my life incrementally got better. It wasn't overnight success, but when I went to the gym and ran that extra mile, when I got that extra workout in, when I ate that extra healthy meal, when I did these little things and took these little steps that were uncomfortable in the moment, but helped me build discipline over time, I slowly started noticing my life getting better. Instead of waking up at 8 a.m., I'd wake up at 7 a.m. Instead of hitting snooze, I'd get my ass up and get to work. When it came to building my business, I'd make that video. I was horribly introverted. I didn't want to make any videos. I didn't want to make content. I didn't want to go out and talk to people. But I said to myself, if I want to obtain that level of success that not only I know I can, but my bloodline deserves, I'm going to get okay with being uncomfortable. It's either that or I keep living the same life I'd been living for years that was passionless, it was unfulfilling, and it wasn't a roadmap to where I knew my potential could take me and to where I wanted to go. Now, the last mindset shift that I really had to implement into my life to get to where I wanted to be was abundance over scarcity. Because I lived a lot of my younger life with a scarcity mindset. I mean, how could I not? We were living place to place, damn near on food stamps at multiple points in our lives, and resources weren't always abundant. But the cool thing about business and about this life as an entrepreneur is that money is in abundance. There is trillions of dollars across the world. Your job is to solve a problem to get a small piece of that pie. So I started focusing on calculated risk. Now, I got my start in day trading. A lot of you guys know that. I then took my skill of day trading and the risk reward I learned there and applied it to business. I capitalized on a skill that I had. I turned my ability to make $1,000 a day into my ability to teach 1,000 people to make $1,000 a day. And on that path up, sure, I had a lot of wins, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I had a lot of losses too, a lot of setbacks. And that used to really bother me. I didn't like losing money. I'm not talking trading, I'm talking business deals that went wrong, content that flopped, poor investments, and the worst of all losses I took was time. I wasted a ton of time on the way up. I spent a lot of time doubting myself. I spent a lot of time hanging around the wrong people. I spent a lot of time consuming content that wasn't pushing me forward or wasn't pushing me towards my goals. And when I started focusing on how I would grow each and every day and produce abundant income for my business, for my family, and throughout my life, that's when the money, the wealth, and the success really started to flow. I fully believe that energy is contagious. What you put out in the world and what you consume will come full circle back to you. So for me, when I wake up every morning, I'm very cautious about what I consume. I'm very cautious about what I put out for content because I want my content to attract the right people. The fact that you're still watching this shows that you and I have a connection on some level. You likely started out somewhere where you didn't want to be. You're hungry for more. You want more for your bloodline and for your future self. And so here we are. You are focused on bettering your discipline, building your own legacy, retiring your bloodline, your mom, your dad, your grandma, whoever was there for you. And we have that in common. And I'm here to tell you that this car and this life that I've built for myself, heck, even this Rolex, is a representation that whatever you dream of, whatever business you want to build, whatever problem that you want to solve, you can monetize that. It's a matter of making a plan, systematically approaching and developing that plan, and then executing on a day-to-day basis. You do those things, this is the result. And adding on to that, everything that I'm preaching to you, this is all applicable in every single field. Sure, I built the largest trading community in the world. I made millions of dollars doing it, but these traits are all applicable and helpful in e-commerce, in real estate, in relationships, in online fitness coaching. The point of this video and what I want you to take away from this is that if you apply these 3 traits to your life, good things happen because it betters your relationships with people. It betters your self-reflection of your self-image. If you can look at yourself with more confidence and execute with more confidence and be a better version of you, it is going to better everything and anyone around you. Your business, your family, your friends, anyone who comes in contact with you. It's all about self-development, bettering your self-image, and allowing yourself to become the best version of yourself to better everyone around you. You do that, you become a person of value, the money's gonna come. Now, I share this video with you, all my losses, my failures, my hardships, and my successes for a reason. I want you to go out and take action. A lot of people go to in-person events. They spend thousands to go see Tony Robbins, to go see the next big business speaker, and they leave excited, but they don't take action. I don't want that to happen to you when you come watch my channel. I want you to leave this video today. Leave right now and go implement at least one of the traits I told you. I'm not asking for a home run. I want you to take action on one thing that I told you. I want you to go out and choose discipline over dopamine. Eat one more healthy meal a day. Get one more workout in. Post one piece of content. Make a list of 5 problems that you've had that you think you can solve for someone else. Because the more problems that you solve and the more action that you take, the more money you're gonna make. That's not my opinion. That is facts. That is how the richest people in the world have gotten to where they are. They take action, they solve problems, and they stop making excuses. Here on this channel, we don't make excuses. We take action. Pray, grind, focus, baby. I'll see you in the next video.